Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be, let failure fuel your success. Well, if you've been rejected recently, meaning maybe your wife dumped you or your girlfriend dumped you, or maybe a girl you started a date and you thought you were getting somewhere with her, she all of a sudden dumps you or tells you, oh, hey, by the way, I'm getting back together with my ex-boyfriend. It's been great, but, we can just be friends and keep in touch. Obviously, if a woman says something like that to you, you say, hey, well, give me a call if it doesn't work out. I got an email here from a guy who got dumped by his girlfriend quite a few months ago apparently she dumped him for another guy and she moved away with the dude. So it was pretty sudden. And obviously since then, he's just found out about my work and read my book. And he realized that he did a lot of things correctly in the beginning with her to create attraction. But long term, he stopped doing the things that made him successful. And like when I coach guys that are married for a long time, or guys that are having problems with their girlfriend, or maybe there's like an affair starting to happen, it's always the same thing. And it's guys, they all get lazy and they get complacent and they stop doing what made them successful, which is they stop courting their girlfriend and wife. And one of my coaches a long time ago said to me, he says, if you don't date your girlfriend or wife, some other dude will. Because eventually somebody else is going to come along, and if you're not pushing her buttons emotionally in the relationship like you should be, then just in her normal going about her everyday life, she's going to run into a guy and she's going to find him attractive. He's going to find her attractive. Maybe he doesn't, either he's in a relationship that's not going well, or maybe he's single. And so their interacting and talking becomes an emotional connection at first. And then they start going out and hanging out at lunch. And then maybe they meet up for drinks one time. And then after a couple of drinks, and they're making out in the car. And then the next time together, like, well, we can't do that. I'm married, blah, blah, blah. But yet a few days later, they're right back at the same place or maybe a different place, having more drinks, telling themselves that they're going to end it. And then they end up getting a hotel room later. And then next thing you know, they're having an affair. And I'm getting a call from a guy going, dude, my wife's fucking some other guy. Help me get her back. So obviously those aren't situations you want to be in. But the thing you got to look at, whether it's a girlfriend that rejected you, because a lot of guys, it's like, when do they come to me? It's not because everything is going great in their relationships. Usually it's because they got dumped, or a girl that they were starting to date, they really liked, rejected them when they thought they were getting somewhere. And now they're looking for a way, or a pickup line, or just something that they think, some quick fix that they think will fix it so they can get the girl back or get the type of woman they think they wanted. And the thing when it comes to being successful with women that I talk about, because at my core, what I am is I'm a life coach. And it just so happens that a lot of what I do starts, at least with guys that come to me, I start out helping them to improve their pickup skills, their dating skills, or their relationship skills. But what we always end up focusing on is their lives and their goals and the things that they want to accomplish and they want to achieve in life. Because if you want to make yourself to be the most sexually attractive that you can be to women, then you want to go out and find a way to become as successful as you can be at doing what it is that you want to do, or that you love to do, or that you've always wanted to do, but maybe have been too scared to do. Masculine energy is about purpose, drive, mission, succeeding, achieving things in life. And if you don't really have any big life goals, you're just going and punching the clock at work, and you're not really looking to advance your career or to grow beyond what you're doing now, maybe to make more money down the road, you're not going to be very excited about your life. And then when you're talking to a woman and you're giving your pitch, so to speak, or when she's asking you who you are, or what you're about, what you do for a living, if you're not absolutely excited and enthusiastic about your life, you're not going to be able to get her excited. Because to a woman, you think about it, feminine energy is submissive, right? That's a submissive quality, is a part of feminine energy. And if a woman is talking to a guy who's strong, who's confident, who believes in himself, who's got a great business that he's building, or his career is going places and he's happy, he's excited, his confidence will spill over to her. and it will actually help her believe in herself. And this helps feminine energy expand and grow, because feminine energy grows through praise. And obviously if gets to a point where she's in a relationship with that particular guy, all women know that the purpose of all relationships is you go there to help each other grow and become more. And so if he's already got a lot of success and confidence and belief in himself, then guess what? Just by the very nature of her being in a relationship with him is going to cause her to feel more successful and more happy, and not only in the relationship but in her life. And so that's why one of the reasons why women like guys that are successful. They're going places. They're trying to better themselves, and they're trying to better their condition. They're exciting. And even if they're not rich and really successful today, instinctively she knows if the guy's got the right kind of attitude and the confidence, and he's going for his dreams, and he's fearless, and failure or rejection doesn't bother him, that turns her on even more and causes her to find him even more attractive. And that's why I teach guys to focus on your career, focus on that business that you've always wanted to create. You got to create a compelling life for yourself. You have to have a compelling vision for your life. You have to have reasons when you get up in the morning that you're actually excited that it's a new fucking day. You're like, I get up in the morning and I'm grateful that I have another opportunity to live another day on this wonderful, beautiful planet of ours, that I have the ability to do something through my work that changes people's lives on the other side of the planet who I'll never even get the chance to meet, but yet I might read an email or a thank you from them. I love that. I get excited about that. Obviously, I share that here with you in these videos, and if I'm talking with a woman who's wanting to know what I do for a living, and I tell her I'm a life coach, and a big part of what I do is I help men and women both with their relationships, the reaction that they all 100% of the time give, they go, really? Their eyes get real big. They're like, really? Because then they think, wow, this guy must know what he's doing when it comes to relationships. And wow, if I get into a relationship with this guy, I bet it's going to be really fucking easy because he knows what to do and he knows how to treat me. That's how women think, because they see themselves in your life and in your story, that they can become a part of it and co-create it with you. And so this guy here that I've got this email, he's all down in his dumps, he's upset. And so he says, 6 months ago I got dumped after a 2-year relationship. Ouch. The good news is that looking back on the relationship, I did things the right way from the beginning and things progressed. I would say it was luck. Well, in my experience, there is no such thing. Life brings to you circumstances and people that are exactly what you needed in order that you can grow and become the person that God created you to be. At the time, I was not aware of your book. I read it in the last couple of months, and it put a smile on my face to see that I did everything pretty close to what you recommend. Let her chase me, etc. I will also tell you that I got dumped in a really cruel way, in my opinion. She left town with another guy, but I also will be honest and say that I did one big mistake. I let the romance go and did not listen close enough to the clues. I have been in hell since then. The reason you're in hell and you're suffering is because you're sitting there dwelling on what happened in the past. I mean, the bottom line is your chick bailed on you, left you for another guy because you didn't do what caused her to fall in love with you in the first place. You stopped doing what made you successful. And so the only thing you can do is focus on your life and your goals and get back on the horse. Because inaction breeds fear and doubt. But taking action to improve your situation, breeds confidence and courage. And so if you start taking action to improve yourself, to improve your skills, to start using the things that I teach in my book, like get your ass to a mall and start talking to women, old people, clerks, and practice these conversation skills that I teach. Because if you have, because he mentions in here that talking to other women is just a disaster, and that's because you don't feel good. And the reason it's a disaster is because you've created a mind prison for yourself. You're focused on what ended instead of what can I learn from this. Obviously, you know now what you did wrong, but the key is just you can't cry over spilt milk, because the bottom line is the amount of days that you've been on this planet is getting longer, while the amount of days that you have left is actually getting shorter. And each day, another 24 hours goes by that you can never get back. And that's really something that you need to think about seriously. And if you want to improve your situation, go to the mall and start talking to women, old people. Talk to people that don't intimidate you and don't scare you at all. Talk to ugly people or whatever. Just get in the habit of practicing your skills with people in general. And then as you feel comfortable, then start talking to people that normally you feel a little uncomfortable with. The idea is as you expand and you grow as a man, you become comfortable. Because the more you do this, the more you expand. I mean, eventually you're going to get to the point where you've talked to and interacted with hundreds and even thousands of women. And when you get to that point, it's not going to be a big deal. Talking to a girl standing in line or on the street is going to be no different than paying a waiter your tab when you're checking out and paying your dinner check, or when you're pumping gas at the grocery store and paying the clerk, or maybe you're paying for your groceries. It's going to be no different than that, because repetition's the mother of skill. And if you're afraid of women, or you're afraid or shy at this point right now, it's just simply that you have not had enough successful interactions with enough different women for it to become commonplace and not a big deal. Because once you do it enough, you realize, what the hell is it such... What was I so worried about? What did I get so worked up about? I can't believe I used to be afraid to talk to women. You'll think it's silly and it's stupid. Because really it is. But, it's just that if you're afraid of it, it's because you haven't done it enough and you haven't had enough successes at it to where it becomes just like breathing, basically. So if you appreciate the value of the information in this video, you can show your appreciation by going down to the bottom of your screen if you're watching this video on my website, and click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information in this video. At the very least, please share this page with all of your friends and family by clicking any one of the social network sharing buttons, which are also located on the Wibbia toolbar at the bottom of your screen. And if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic that you'd like me to cover in a future video newsletter, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen and send me 3 or 4 paragraphs detailing your situation. And just give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet and I have to focus on all the emails I get from my paying phone coaching customers first, for obvious reasons. But be patient, I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away so I can help you with your specific situation or a challenge that you're having, click the Products tab at the top of your screen and follow the instructions for booking a paid phone coaching session with yours truly. And I will talk to you soon.